In this video, we'll show you how we used our Palfinger 1050 Tech to disassemble a large 1.5 ton water lock gate after it was used for over 30 years at Brussels Airport. This gate serves as an emergency block-off against overflooding. It is made out of stainless steel and moves on large wheels that roll inside a guide rail. The gate lowers with a spindle that's driven by an electric motor. Now that you've seen what the job entails, I'll show you how we got this 1.5 ton contraption out and onto the truck. The crane will be set up on the grass field on our left. This way we'll be further removed from the busy road and closer to our lifting point. At this time the weight of the gate was not known, thus we erred on the side of caution. Because of the soft soil, our steel road plates were chosen. A string line was tied and we laid down a nice straight path for the crane. With the path almost done, we finished it off with our small square meter plates. Then the spreader bar was stowed away and the crane was folded up to get into position. We raised the truck's air suspension to gain ground clearance. Then the crane was driven onto our newly made road. The boom is unfolded and our winch line is doubled up for 5 tons of capacity. Then we retrieve the spreader bar from our trailer and get the crane tip positioned over the lifting area. We use the spreader bar to gain clearance around the spindle with our rigging. This allows us to get a perfect vertical pull on the gate and maneuver it out of position. We set it down on some wooden blocks, then we split the mechanism from the gate to make it easier to handle in transport. This whole assembly is set on the truck and we start de-rigging the crane in the reverse order as before. The stabilizer legs are retracted, the air suspension is raised again and we drive the truck off of our steel road. The trailer is coupled and we start removing the road plates. For efficiency, the plates are stacked on the ground. Afterwards, we lift the full stack onto our trailer for transport. This is a good example of how a large capacity crane can speed up things by bundling loads. After the road plates are set on the trailer, we stow away the spreader bar. Then the winch line is removed and our crane is neatly folded up. Afterwards, we speak with the client to make sure the job was executed well and according to their expectations. In this case, the client was very pleased with the result. We would like to personally thank NDW and our contact Danny, as well as Brussels Airport staff and our contact Wannes for their trust in our services and our great collaboration on this job.